get to test to failure here at EGS in a way that is exhilarating, exalting. One doesn't feel that one is restricted, but there is a strong superegoical smackdown that you can anticipate if you go wrong. So it's not a kind of liberal fantasy of emancipation or freedom that one might think. What is fascinating and compelling to me is that in the absence of traditional, institutional restrictions, stipulations, regs, and rules, there's a strong psychoticizing superego at the helm, which makes you sometimes strain even more and get up against a certain wall, a phantasmatic wall, with more anxiety and a sense of terror than you might have in an institution whose rules and expectations are less unreadable. So where there's like a voided sense of superegoical force or obligation, it gets even harder here because you provide some emergency supplies of rectitude, probity, and you want to really do the work in a condensed way and do it well, do it right, and deliver. So sometimes I feel it's much more strenuous than in other, again, more readable, scholarly situations. The students are completely different from what one is accustomed to. Very, very creative, independent, sometimes defiant and challenging, and sometimes with a different kind of anxiety, let's say a different brand. They're very courageous. They're really going against the grain. They've had to be warrior scholars. So they don't, very often they're walking on their groundlessness with such a keen sense of awareness that it's devastating and beautiful. And so I get my replenishment here. I'm vitaminized by it.